This savory snack originally comes from Spain or Portuguese. Some call it empanada, but here we call it pastel, which means pastry. It's basically a thin pastry filled with vegetable, chicken meat, rice vermicelli, and egg. It's a savory snack with delicious filling wrapped in crunchy breading and fried to perfection. Let's make the dough for the skin. Here I'm gonna put in 250 grams of all-purpose flour, or about 1.5 cup. Mix it with half a teaspoon of salt and 25 grams of butter. That's around 1.5 tablespoons. Just use your hand to incorporate the butter with the flour. You want to mix this until the texture is like a grain of sand. It should look like this. Next, add 115 milliliters of warm water. That's a little less than half a cup. Add it a little bit at a time while kneading the dough. When the dough is set, let's add a tablespoon of oil, that's 25 milliliters. I'm just using regular cooking oil, so any neutral oil is fine. Keep kneading until all the oil is mixed in. No need to make the dough really smooth. Now cover it up so the dough won't get dry. You want to rest this for about 30 minutes. So while we wait, let's make the filling. For the fillings, I'm going to use carrots and potatoes. That's around 250 grams each, or 2 large carrots and 3 medium-sized potatoes. Peel the carrots and potato, then cut them all into small dice. You could also add any vegetable filling to your liking, but potato and carrots are one of the most common filling where I come from. The starch in potatoes starts to oxidize when exposed to oxygen in the air, so keeping the potato submerged prevents this. I also have a small stalk of green onion and some celery leaves that I'm gonna chop. You don't need a whole lot, especially the celery leaves, because it has a strong taste and scent, so a little goes a long way. I'm going to add some eggs to the filling. If you don't like them or for some reason you don't eat eggs, you can skip it. I like it in my pastel, plus it adds a little bit of protein. 2 to 3 eggs should be enough. So let's cut it about 8 slices per egg. Some people add chicken meat to their pastel, but I'm way too lazy to cook some, so I'm gonna skip it for now. Next, I have 1 shallot and 3 garlics. You can chop it to little pieces or mash it, but I like to grate it since it's faster. Now we're gonna take the diced carrots and boil it with a little bit of salt in medium heat. Give it a minute or 2 before adding the potatoes. That's because the carrots take longer to cook, so if you cook them at the same time, the potato would get very soft. Cook it for about 5 to 10 minutes until it's soft, but not soft, since we're going to saute it later. Once it's cooked, turn off the stove and strain the water. Now get a bigger pan for stir-frying the filling. Pour about 2 tablespoons of oil, and when it's hot, put in the shallot and garlic we grated before. Cook it until fragrant, then add the carrots and potatoes. Let's season this filling. Get about half a teaspoon of salt, a teaspoon of stock powder, a sprinkle of white pepper and coriander. Stir-fry it a bit, then pour in some water and about a teaspoon of sugar. Stir-fry it again, then add in the green onion and celery leaves. Mix everything and let the carrots and potatoes soak in the seasonings. If you're a meat lover and you want to add some meat, you definitely can. You can use ground meat or some shredded chicken to the fillings. Also, vice versa, if you're a vegetarian or vegan, you want to skip the meat or eggs, go ahead and do that. Just cook it until the carrots and potatoes is soft enough to eat. Going back to the dough, take it out of the bowl and let's cut it. I'm going to divide mine to 16 pieces. I'd say 16 to 20 pieces are good for this. If you want to sell this, it's better if you weigh each dough to make it even to about 20 grams. Since I'm making this for myself, I'm just going to roughly cut each piece to about the same size. Keep the dough covered to prevent it from drying out. Take one of the cut out dough and round it like a ball. Now flatten it and roll it flat to make a circular or oval shape. If you have a pasta maker, you can use it to roll out the dough, and then just use a bowl to cut out a circle. Get 1 spoonful of carrots and potato fillings. Don't forget to add the boiled eggs we cut out earlier. If you want to add a little kick to your pastel, you can put a slice of chili peppers inside. Now you want to seal it tight by pressing the dough together at the edge. To make it cute, you want to braid the edges. It's kind of like the standard way to make pastel. You just need to press, fold until you reach the end. If you're a beginner, it might take some practice before you get the hang of it. Or you can use your imagination to seal it however you like using a fork or fold it like you're making dumpling. Let your imagination run wild. Do this for the rest of the dough. I'm gonna turn on my stove to medium heat. Once the oil is hot, you can slide in the pastel. You want to flip them every once in a while so you don't burn it and get a nice even color. Pastel is best eaten while it's still warm, so if you want to keep it for the next day or you want to make stock to sell it, all you gotta do is cook it halfway until both skin doesn't look translucent anymore. Just halfway to golden brown. Once it's cooked halfway, strain the oil. Keep it in a container or you can put it in a fridge or freezer and fry it again when you want to eat it. If you don't do this and just put it straight in the fridge, it will get sticky to any surface and doesn't taste as good. If you're eating it right away, fry this till golden brown. And it's finally done. This is one of my favorite childhood snacks. My mom used to make this by hundreds and sell it at the market. If I get hungry, I could just fry some of them. Sometimes I would eat this with chili, spicy peanut sauce, or sambal on the sides. It's just a great snack and always a hit in family gatherings. So make this for yourself or your family, but one thing is for sure, once you try it, you'll be coming back for more. I would rate this a 9 for the taste and 7.3 for its simpleness to cook.